years ago, my daughter Gianna died from her vaccinations. She was 4 months old. Gianna was a healthy, full-term baby girl. As so many parents do, my husband and I followed the typical vaccine schedule, so Gianna received the Hep B vaccine while in the hospital, as now our 5-year-old son did. The only difference was that our insurance changed, so we were using a new pediatrician. It came as a surprise to us when the pediatrician wanted to administer 4 vaccines at once. We questioned her and trusted her decision. We trusted that the vaccines were safe. At her 2-month well visit, Gianna received 4 vaccines: HIB, polio, DTP, and Prevnar. At Gianna's 4-month well visit on March 7, 2006, she again received the same 4 vaccines. Only this time, Gianna cried uncontrollably for a long period of time. An hour after receiving the shots, she ran a fever and had diarrhea to the nape of her neck. 2 days later, on March 9, 2006, the fever and the diarrhea continued. Prior commitments had my husband at home that day, so when I arrived home mid-afternoon, Gianna was still asleep in her crib. I entered her room and saw that she wasn't moving, and I picked her up. She wasn't breathing. In desperation, I ran with her to my living room, and I dialed 911 and waited for help to arrive. I carried her out the front door and handed her to a police officer, begging him to make her breathe. Sadly, there was nothing he could do because Gianna was dead. The diagnosis was SIDS. Gianna's autopsy ruled that her death was SIDS because no other cause could be found. Gianna's blood slides and autopsy were examined by a neuropathologist. His finding was that none of the chemicals typically found in the cells and tissues of a baby who died from SIDS were present in any of Gianna's cells or tissues. He concluded that Gianna's death was a vaccine-related encephalopathy. Intuitively, I knew it was a mistake to give Gianna so many vaccines at once, and it's a mistake I'm going to regret for the rest of my life. I'm not against vaccinating. I just don't think that any child should be injured or suffer, or worst of all, die from childhood vaccinations. I don't think it's fair to say that Gianna's death, though tragic, was for the greater good, that so many other children benefit from childhood vaccinations. No child should die as a result of being vaccinated. Not even one. There's so much to learn about vaccines and everything to lose, and it's for this reason I stand here today and I demand vaccination choice in New Jersey and every state in our country. Thank you. Ben and Sue.
Ben Liu and Sue Wong are the parents of a 16-year-old boy who died after receiving his meningococcal vaccine. Ben Liu, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Louis, and everyone here.
Speak in the microphone.
Okay, Sue, where's Sue? Come on. Dan Liu.
Hold the mic close. Hold it close.
Okay. Dan Liu, our only child, was born in Belleville Hospital of New York City in the September 10th, 1991. Dan was a healthy, shining boy. Thank God the meningitis vaccine shot on May 30 last year because it was a mandatory requirement to attend a Little America camp. After the vaccine, Dan had a fever, fatigue, poor appetite. We wanted to bring him to see the doctor, but he said he did web research. The fever was a normal reaction for this vaccine. Fatigue may be caused by the final school exam. Everything shall be fine after school exam. Due to lack of knowledge of vaccine risk, we did not bring him to see the doctor. 3 weeks later, on June 22nd, Dan suddenly passed away in the morning. That week, he just completed the school final exam. Then ME doctor said, it's impossible to be related to the vaccine, and so we will let you believe that's caused about EP, the heart, family, genetic problem. We engage with 5 medical researchers around the world and conduct research from genetics and to myself to the family, and it costs tremendous money. And the results, at the end, all the results prove that, and your family has no problem in the EP problem. And so the mystery made our family and very miserable because the question of why has been in our mind all the time. However, mother never gave up. So he had no medical background, and he did a lot, the web research. At the end, she found a very shocking results. She compared the dense organ weight on the autopsy report and the normal adult, male adult, the organ weight. We found that dense lung was enlarged 80 to 83%. His spleen was enlarged 74%, heart 39%, brain 27%, kidney 23%. We were shocked by the data, and all the medical research group, they all shocked by this data because autopsy report says everything is normal. What happened until then, because in March, he just had a physical exam. Everything is normal on the report. It's his spleen, heart, everything is normal. What happened during that 3 months from March to June, and the only trigger point, based on the medical record, and the only trigger point is that the vaccine, because he had adverse effect. If we have enough education, if we understand the risk, we definitely bring him to the doctors. And we have to stop him to prepare the final school exam. His life can be saved. But from young, maybe everyone here, we believe vaccine is safe. Vaccine is no problem. So based on that misleading information for our life, we did not take action right away. We lost our son forever. And actually, our teacher in the school, they don't know the vaccine, the risk of the vaccine. Most of the teacher, most of the school nurse, they don't know. Most of the kids and the parents, they don't know. Especially most of the doctors, they don't know. And that's the most of the medical school students today, they don't know. They don't believe it. I only trust, I'm an accountant, I'm a I trust the number. Number tells everything. No one can fight with the number. That's my son brought onto the table here. So that made me believe it. So basically, we come here, we make our appeal. Appeal, very simple. We think, first, all the parents, we should have rights to determine our kids if they should take a vaccine or not. That's one. 2, we believe we should give enough adequate vaccine risk education to the family. By doing that, we shall save more life, and because we know that the pain and the suffering is totally beyond the words. Thank you.